Why silence exposes her true intentions. It always will. Silence is uncomfortable for most men. I'm gonna keep it real. But it's not because it doesn't work. It's because it removes the illusion of control. When you stop explaining, when you stop reaching out, when you stop trying to fix the energy, when you stop trying to fix that connection, that it's not hitting the same. You can tell something is off. You don't want to say something to push her more away, but you kind of do, because you want to see if something you did wrong or something happened in between these next couple of days that you want to make sure everything is good. When you stop explaining, when you stop trying to fix the energy, when you stop reaching out, that's usually when the truth comes out. Because it's not her words, it's not her promises, it's her intentions. And that's why silence scares people. That's why it scares most folks, because silence doesn't manipulate, it reveals. It shows what was already there, but just magnified. You have to look at it in the perspective that if you're always reassuring, if you're always checking in, if you're always fixing the gap, when you just step back and observe and see how everything is going to unfold, that's when usually people fold. That's when people usually reveal themselves. That's when you would start to notice, and maybe you've noticed this in a past relationship, where now she's acting different or she's going out more because she's assuming you are done with her, you cut her off. You catch her in the act doing something that she would have never done. And that's why people don't like to do it, because they have an intuition feeling that maybe something, it might push her away, it might scare her. To be honest with you, it just reveals and magnifies what was already hidden. It shows true colors, because when you're not overreacting, when you're not explaining yourself, when you're not trying to fix that gap like I mentioned, you let people reveal themselves to you. You just step back and analyze. You just wait. Observe. You will start to notice that some girls will try to seek closure, or they will get more distant. Now she's going out more. Now she's hanging out with her friends more. She might be going out, and she was never doing that before. And you will realize it's because they have in the back of their mind a thought that he's out here cheating. He's out here with somebody else, even if you're in the talking stage or if you're in a relationship. But you will start to realize and analyze how she's starting to move different. And when you see that, when you notice that her behavior is changing like a 180, because you're not giving her that reassurance, you're not texting her every day, you're not checking in, you will start to notice, is she reaching out? Is she asking if I'm okay? Noted, you should have it noted as a man, we should always hold it down and not really trip about that. But you will see if the energy is being returned. You will see her true colors. Most men use words to manage anxiety. They text to feel safe. They check in to feel reassurance. They chase clarity because uncertainty feels threatening. Let's keep it real. But attraction doesn't respond to reassurance. It responds to emotional stability. Being calm. Being stoic. Not overreacting. Not panicking. Not doing anything. I know it might sound crazy. It might sound like that's excessive. I can't do that. This guy's wildin'. But you have to understand, silence only magnifies and only reveals certain people to you. You can notice that in life in general. But especially with females, you will start to see how her behavior is changing. When you go silent, you're not playing the game. You're removing pressure. And when you remove pressure, people start to act different. But truthfully, people behave honestly. I'm going to say that again. When pressure is removed, people behave honestly. True intentions start to reveal themselves right in your face. And you have two options. You can choose to ignore it, or two, you peep, you understand, it might hurt. You're thinking, wow, I shouldn't have done that. I messed it up. That's not your fault, though. You have to understand that's not anything that you did wrong. Because you didn't say anything, you didn't overreact. You sat back and you let the universe tell you what's really good. The silence strips away performance. It strips away scripts. It strips away behaviors that were just putting on a show, an act, to cover up true intentions, true desires, possibly because of something that you are not giving now. Maybe you were used to always giving. When you stop doing it, you will start to notice how people behave. Are they still showing the same love, or did they just do a 180? You can think about that in your own life, and you know the answer to it. What is left now is intent. As crazy as it sounds, silence doesn't create confusion. It ends it. That's it. Because now you know what's really happening. You see it in a different perspective that you would not have saw if you didn't just step back and analyze. Most people are afraid of that because they know something is up. They know she's maybe not interested in them for the reasons that they think deep down, but they don't want to make that step and just sit back and analyze and see how things will unfold, because they want to keep applying reassurance, making sure everything's okay, and then they get hit blindsided when something happens in their life. But they knew in the back of their mind that she was only there for this, for that. Was it really about you? That's why it's good to step back and analyze. Step back, don't say anything. Understand that silence doesn't create confusion. Some people might think that, but what it really does is that it ends it. Silence ends confusion. Because confusion can only exist if someone is testing boundaries or pulling energy and not giving it back, but most importantly, keeping you emotionally available without commitment. When you go silent, one of two things happen. She either leans in, she's either more gravitated towards you, or she's trying to check reassurance. Now she's showing you. Maybe you're the one always doing that, and now she's doing it back. Or she just completely disappears. It's like you didn't even know her. Like what? Aang the Avatar, when the world needed the most, disappeared. Can't find him. Can't find her. So that's the thing. And that's a good sign, because you need that sometimes. You need to pull back your energy to see, especially if you know your intuition is telling you something is off. The easiest way to avoid confusion, to avoid arguments, to avoid drama, is go with peace, move with love, which is just silently stepping back and analyzing. Both outcomes will give you the clarity that you need, because silence doesn't ask questions, it clarifies them, it reveals them, it magnifies and makes it a stamp. It answers your question. Look at it in this perspective. Silence answers three things. Interest. If someone is really genuinely about you, someone is really interested in you, they will do everything in their power to maintain that relationship, to maintain that connection. They won't disappear. They won't vanish. They won't move on. They won't start behaving differently because of your pushback. Does that make sense? You didn't over-exaggerate. You didn't over-explain. You didn't do anything that created drama. All you did was quiet. She doesn't know the intention. She doesn't know why. So her assuming is showing you something that was always there. Second thing is respect. People who respect you would not be punishing you for your absence, would not be punishing you for your clarity. Someone that respects you wouldn't test you for having boundaries. They would respect it. Third reason is emotional maturity. Someone that is mature, someone that is sure of themselves, immature people can't sit with silence because they need constant stimulation. A mature person can sit with the absence, and silence exposes which ones you're dealing with. Immediately shifts the dynamic because it changes who is reacting. Most guys are reacting to delays, mixed signals, tone changing. Silence removes your reaction, and now they fill the gap. Now they fill the space. Now they reveal their true intentions. No longer auditioning, you're observing. That's real power. That's what's real. But let's be clear. Silence doesn't work if you are trying to play games, you're being passive aggressive, you're using it to punish someone, or you're using it as a fear. You have to be intentional. It has to come from self-respect, right? From love. But if you are doing it in a way where it's coming from insecurities, it will always backfire. Always. Because you're not doing it genuine. It will be evident. Self-respect will always be felt, not explained. So you don't have to do too much. You don't have to explain it. When you're doing it genuinely, no manipulations, it will always reveal itself to you. And it will come from a place out of love. Not aggressiveness, not mind games. Don't look at silence as you're waiting. Look at silence as recentering. You're removing emotional ties that keep you dependent, that keeps you always lingering or keeps you always expecting something. Understand that silence is not waiting. You're not sticking around. You're not just over here. Silence is recentering. You're locked in. You're observant. All it's really doing is removing that emotional dependency, restoring your inner peace, observing behaviors without interpretations, right? You're not doing too much. You're just sitting back, calm, cool, collected. You don't really trip, right? You're not crashing out. Better yet, you're not hoping, you're not guessing, you're not assuming. You're just staying observing. That makes sense? Keep it 1,000, you're watching patterns. Patterns never lie. Because you're being observant. You're seeing what's really being unfolded. You're magnifying what's really hidden. The moment everything changes, it's crystal clear. Eventually, silence creates a decision. Something is going to happen. I think we both know that. So it's not going to come from you, though. It's going to come from them. They're either going to step forward with clarity or fade away silently. That's when most men understand. That's when they finally wake up. They realize you don't need to say anything no more. You don't need to over-explain. You don't need to chase. You don't need to explain yourself. Once you see somebody change up a 180, why would you try to go and fix it? Especially when it's being revealed to you. Now you can move with integrity. Now you know exactly what to do. You don't have to reach back out to them. Silent. You continue it. If someone panics, if someone literally assumes, and I've told you guys this before, you don't have to explain yourself. If she wants to go cheat, or if you're a lady watching and he goes cheat from the silence because of you not explaining yourself, that shows where their heart is. That shows where their intentions was. The truth was always there. Silence just removed the noise. If you ever felt confused, if you ever questioned mixed signals, if you stayed longer than you should have, and we've all had that experience, right? Don't dwell on it. Don't overreact. Understand that it wasn't because you lacked effort. It was because you lacked the distance. Just fall back. Just pause. Reset. Recalibrate your center. You're not overreacting. You're not coming off with aggression. You're not, right? Most guys are thinking to be masculine, you got to confront. You got to, sometimes the most best and wise decision is to say nothing at all. Right? They always say a wise man once knew nothing at all. Same thing applies here. Silence. Shh. Be quiet. I'm not saying go ghost and disappear from them, right? I'm just saying to step back. Because silence gives you that distance. If you want to understand this on a deeper level, how detachment shifts dynamics and changes how people show up around you, that's exactly what I break down in the art of detachment. Go check it out. It's in the top link description and pinned comments. Clarity of mind, discipline, emotion. You got this. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. If you guys like this video, leave a like. Share this video with somebody who needs to see this. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one, man. Peace.